Now, as I was walking, I found this. It's called a compass rose. It tells you directions. So north is this way. Here's the N. If I go back again, south is this way. Then we've got east is that way, and west is that way. But if I look over here, do you see what this is? It's a map of the United States. Texas, I know some of you know all about Texas. Here's Colorado right here. And we live right about here. Now, we've talked before about where Rachel's from. Miss Rachel's from Virginia. That's right here. I'm from Pennsylvania, and that's right here. Shall we continue on our walk? So remember our compass rose over here? If we go that way, we're going south. So let's go south. Do you remember what these kind of trees are called? They're pine trees. Wonder what we can find under the pine tree. If we look really close. Do you remember what these are? These were called pine needles. We could put that on our bracelet. What else do you see down here? These come from the inside of a pine cone. Wonder if we can find some pine cones. Here's one. Maybe these things can go on our bracelet. Let's keep looking. Here's a bigger pine cone. Oh, and if you look at these pine cones, the squirrels ate them. Oh, look what I found. It's long and yellow. It has an eraser. What do you think it is? Pencil. I think I'll leave it there though. Let's keep walking. Do you remember when we talked about buds and how there's buds on trees? They can turn into flowers or leaves. Here, there's buds on these trees. And I also see some leaves. Maybe we can get a leaf on our bracelet. But we'll leave the buds because we want the tree to bloom. If you look really closely in here, you can see the tracks that were made by somebody's shoes. Do you see the lines? Look at the circles. What are those? Lots of different shapes. What do you think that is? It's white. It's round. It's kind of hard. It has something that they call dimples. It's a golf ball. Not sure that belongs outside in nature. The other things that I see here, that's part of a catty ninetail. It's the fluff on the inside that's coming out. There's another one. There's lots more over there. Maybe I could put some of the fluff on my bracelet. Oh, I see a bridge. And it's over a creek. Let's go for the bridge. Oh, what can we see? Can you see the water flowing? Goes down and under and out on the other side. Now we're down by the creek. Can you see the water flowing? Do you see all the rocks? I wonder if there's fish in here. Maybe bugs? Can you see the reflection of the water on the tree? Did you hear that? That was footsteps of people walking across the bridge. Do you guys recognize that? We have one of those in our classroom. If you ever see one outside, do not go near it. It's a paper wasp's nest. I don't think there's any wasps in it right now, but just to be safe, I'm not going near it. Let's keep moving. Look what I just found. Looks like a feather. That's something that we could put on our bracelet. Here's a sign. This tells you what the name of this trail is, Dry Creek Trail, and directions for how to get to 2 other trails. Maybe you recognize some of the letters on there. Do you know what this is? It's pretty dried out right now, but it's very sticky, meaning it's got pokies on it. You don't want to touch it. You don't want to step on it. It usually grows in a desert. Do you know what it's called? Cacti or cactus. If you look in the dirt here, you can see tracks that were made by a bicycle. Listen and see what you can hear. Those were bicycles going over the bridge. Here's more of those catty ninetails. They like to grow where the water is. I don't know if you can see them, but they look very fuzzy right now. before they get fuzzy, they get brown like these. And you can see the fuzz just starting on those. Do you have pigs on your nature walk? People that live behind me have 2 pigs. Sitting on the side of the pool is a mama duck. You just never know what you're going to find on your nature walk. And I found a painted rock. Look at the cute little painted rock. It looks like an egg. Maybe you could do that. Maybe you could paint a rock and put it out for people to find. There's a birdie up in the tree. And if we were going on a bear hunt, I see a bear. Who do you think enjoys being in the water? Do you see what I see? 2 ducks. A female duck and a male duck. Do you remember the word we learned for a male duck? A drake. Do you see them swimming? If you listen, you can hear the birds. You can hear bicycles going by. You can hear people running. And I hear birds singing. Oh, can you see the mesh fencing on that tree? There used to be beavers here, and they would cover the trees so that the beavers would not gnaw on them. Here's another painted rock. I hear something. I still hear lots of birds. But I hear something else. Can you hear it? Do you hear the water flowing? The sound that it makes as it hits against the rocks? See how fast it's moving? I found another painted rock. Somebody's been busy. What colors do you see? Look! There's another pair of ducks. They're swimming away. Here's some things I wanted to show you. When I was little, we would go out and we would pick these when they were dry like this. We would turn them into little ornaments for the Christmas tree. Maybe turn them into little mice a squirrel, maybe a silly cat. Here's another rock. Here's something else I used to love to find when I was little. This is called milkweed. These are the seed pods, and they're green. But then when they start to dry out, they open up, and they have fuzzies all on the inside, and they float away, kind of like a dandelion. When you blow on a dandelion, and it carries the seeds all over. But now these are dry. I bet you could float these on the water. What do you think? Maybe. I hear the water again. Look, it's going down a waterfall. Do you see how the water is going over and down? I wonder where it's going. What do we see here? His camouflage almost made me not see him. Can you see him? He hops. He has long ears. He has a little cottontail. What is it? There he goes. Did you see it? If you listen closely, I think you can hear the water again. What does it sound like? Another waterfall. Here's some signs that I found on the way. Wonder what they mean. What do you think? Remember, if there's a line through it, it means no. I see another bridge. And look what I found just in front of the bridge. Another pretty rock. Oh, I hear other noises. What do you hear? I heard a bike. Ooh, what was that? Cars, trucks, a motorcycle maybe. As you're walking, sometimes you see pretty rocks. This one's actually pink. You might see other things that are pretty colors. Look at the pretty paintings. You see the rainbow? What's that? Did you hear the motorcycle? I'm walking through a tunnel. Can you hear the echo? Look at the salamander. What's that? What do you think those are? Do you see the happy face? Let's go back through the tunnel again. See if we can hear the echo again. Here we go. Hi, my friends. How are you today? Do you know that we're going under a street? There's cars driving on the top. Do you see the puddle? Can you see the reflection? That's the light that's on the ceiling. But it's being reflected in the puddle. Remember I told you about the milkweed? This is what's inside. Do you see they're fluffy? And right on the end, if you look right there, that's the seed. So if that lands somewhere, it could grow. Maybe I'll take one and put it on my bracelet. Remember I told you that there were beavers here at one time? Just maybe they're the reason why this tree fell over. Maybe they chewed the wood. Maybe the same for this tree. I don't know. It could be. There's a robin. They call them robin redbreast because they have a red tummy and a red chest. Can you hear that bird? And that was someone rollerblading.